The Flying Reporter Oceanic Adventure series is sponsored by Olafly, the global eSIM solution with unlimited data across more than 200 destinations. Travel with total peace of mind. I'm flying from the UK to the USA and back again, across the vast North Atlantic Ocean in a 1970s single-engine propeller aeroplane. My routing takes me via the windswept Faroe Islands and the frozen mountains, fjords and glaciers of Iceland and Greenland.
We've flown to Greenland! I can't believe it.
To the scorching heat and thunderous weather of the United States. This has been a mission I've been preparing for 2 years, but it won't all go to plan.
Pan. Golf Bravo Mike Victor, unable to maintain altitude.
My operation of the aircraft will be called into question.
Could we say this was pilot operator error?
My understanding of its systems and vulnerabilities will be challenged.
I'm learning more about my airplane now.
And the weather will deal its worst. It's a test of my skill and decision making, a journey of highs
Oh, we have fuel!
and lows,
Excuse the slightly watery eyes, I am a bit emotional.
the ultimate aviation adventure. It's the 23rd of May 2026 and today is the day I set off on my mammoth flight. The Aerobility charity has laid on a farewell barbecue and dozens of my friends and followers have come to wish me well. I'm using my mission to raise £50,000 for Aerobility, a cause I've been supporting on my YouTube channel since meeting this chap, a disabled Welshman called Neil.
So today's D-Day.
It is, we're all here. We've got aeroplanes and we've got hot dogs. Marvellous. All we need now is a reliable plane to fly across the Atlantic. Have you got one of those?
After today's party, I'll fly from southern England to Aberdeen in Scotland. Next, it'll be the ocean crossings to Vega in the Faroe Islands, followed by Reykjavik in Iceland. I'll enter Greenland at Kulusuk in the east of the country before crossing the Arctic Circle over the vast ice cap to Kangerlussuaq in the west. The final water crossing takes us to Canada, landing at Iqaluit on Baffin Island, Kuujjuaq in Quebec, Goose Bay in Newfoundland and Labrador, before I cross into the United States at Bangor in Maine. From there, I'll tour the Midwest, fly to New York and Washington, have a short break in Florida, and end up at the world's largest fly-in EAA Airventure at Oshkosh, Wisconsin. In all, I'll cover more than 7,000 miles.
What do you think about what it is that I'm going to do here?
First of all, I think you're off your head. But that's great. We like madness. But what you're doing is to raise a lot of money for the charity, which changes lives beyond measure, it really is. So that's wonderful.
Aerobility gives disabled people the opportunity to experience the magic and freedom of flight. Some come for trial flights and sightseeing adventures. Others, like Neil, go on to fly solo with a private pilot's licence.
I had a motorbike accident in 2014 and I lost my leg. I got an arm like wet spaghetti. You know, I flew a lot when I was a youngster, when I was 17. And when I was in hospital, you know, I was thinking about what can I do? And of course, the clinicians were saying, look, mate, you're going to be lucky if you're going to walk, let alone fly again. And then I discovered Aerobility. And the thing about coming into disability later in life, and a lot of people get it, a lot of people become disabled as they're older, you have your whole purpose, your whole mojo goes in a second. So I was in a bad place in lots of respects. And then I discovered Aerobility, and it's absolutely changed my life.
It's my honour to raise money for the charity. If you can help smash our fundraising target, details are on the screen and in the video description. Aerobility asked me to give a talk about my mission to cross the Atlantic, and one question everyone wants to know the answer to is why? Why am I doing this?
For me, you know, I remember that first time I got in the plane and I flew over the Channel. Or actually, the first time I flew over the Solent and landed on the Isle of Wight when it felt like I'd landed abroad. That sense of achievement, having got myself somewhere. And wow, getting across the Atlantic, landing in the States, that's going to feel pretty darn good, right? Another reason, and I don't want to dwell on this, but you know, when you put yourself out on YouTube and social media, you've got the world and his wife who love to put you down, and they love to tell you you're rubbish. And I get a lot of that. But one of the reasons for wanting to do it is to prove something to those naysayers, to prove something to those armchair pilots who are very quick to criticise and complain and tell me that I'm a bad pilot.
To actually have a dream and fulfil it and put in all the work that you've done for this magnificent achievement, I think you're awe-inspiring and incredible.
She's good. She's good. She can come again.
All right.
Obviously, a big fan of your show as it is. So when we kind of started talking about this a couple of months ago, it was a prospect we as an organisation were really excited about. It's different. And the fact that you're going to be flying through our facilities, both here in the UK and in North America, it's really nice to kind of bridge the Atlantic through the Flying Reporter. So we're very excited.
I was going to ask, as everyone does in these situations, wonders...
How do I go to the toilet?
Correct.
Well, there are ways.
Yeah.
There are ways. I don't think YouTube's quite ready for them. And so, with the difficult question swerved, the time has come for me to depart.
Are you hearing me? Yep, got you loud and clear. You can hear me? Yep.
I'm joined in the cockpit by my cameraman and fellow pilot Yanez, who we'll meet properly in a minute.
That'll be my takeoff runway 25. Problem on the ground, we'll close the throttle and brake. If we've taken off, we try and land back. If we can't land back, we're looking for a field to the left or the right. 96 is the glide. If we're going to make a forced landing, you'll open the door and have it on, slightly open. So that's up all the way. Yep. That's all the way up, and then that does need to come all the way up for the door to open. We're going to rotate at 75, climb at 80, 96, and 103, climbing to 3,000 feet to the northwest. Trim runaway is grasp the yoke firmly, press and hold autopilot disconnect. Trim and pull the circuit breaker there.
Golf India Victor, Farnborough released you, runway 25, service wind 29005 knots. Take off your discretion.
Taking off runway 25, Golf India Victor.
47010 and we'll report downwind.
65, looking 75.
29005 knots, take off your discretion.
Doesn't want to go. Hot.
Yeah. Victor, very best wishes from us at Blackbush on your trip.
Thank you so much, Golf India Victor.
Good luck. Good luck.
Farnborough radar, Golf Bravo, Mike India Victor, passing altitude 800 feet, climbing to altitude 3,000 feet, on track to the west.
Golf Bravo, Mike India Victor, Farnborough radar. You are identified on passing altitude 1,500 feet to be a traffic service.
On passing 1,500 feet, traffic service, Golf Bravo, Mike India Victor. Well, welcome, Yanez.
Thank you for having me.
You're the crazy cameraman who wants...
Golf India Victor, left heading 330 degrees.
Left heading 330 degrees, Golf India Victor. You're the crazy cameraman who decided to come fly across the Atlantic.
Couldn't think of a better opportunity.
You're a private pilot.
110.
Yes, well, for about a year and a half, yeah, but nothing like this, obviously. Got about 80 hours or so, 85 hours under my belt in the baby version of this PA28.
Your first time in the Aero?
Yeah, it is, yeah, what a time to start.
Yeah. So how are you feeling about the Atlantic crossing? Are you a bit apprehensive about it?
A little bit, yeah. It's gone from being excited to apprehensive, back to excited again. It's difficult.
Left heading 350.
Yeah, I'm happy with I'm happy with it. I think it's more, the family and things, trying to convince them that, people that aren't pilots don't understand, the gravity of the planning that's gone into it.
Yeah.
13394.
I mean, there's no escaping it. It is dangerous,
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But there's inherent risk with all flying, isn't there? So all you can do is mitigate as much as you can. How about you? How have you been? How's the family been with it all?
Oh, they got a bit upset yesterday, but
yeah,
they just see the danger. They don't see why anyone would want to do it.
Yeah, I have the exact same thing. I think when I tell friends that that haven't done any flying like this before, they start by going, "Wow, that sounds really exciting," and then they think about it for a second and think, "Actually, no, I wouldn't want to do that."
To mitigate the risk as much as possible, I've had the panel on my Piper Turbo Arrow upgraded, and it's had a thorough inspection as well, with some preventative maintenance carried out. But in many respects, it's largely unmodified. I'm using its original 272 litre or 72 gallon tanks, no additional fuel capacity. I do have the winterisation kit on board, which I'll fit later to the oil cooler for those sub-zero legs to keep the oil warm. The rear seats have been removed. They're on a quick release anyway, which gives me more storage capacity for luggage and survival equipment. And I have a Goals Iridium weather service, a Garmin InReach messenger and a sat phone on board. Fitting an HF radio, by the way, was prohibitively expensive and impractical, and there was no guarantee it would work anyway. And for that reason, my route has been planned to keep me within VHF range, although, as you'll see later, that didn't always work out. One of the roles I've given Yanis to do is periodic engine condition monitoring, taking a detailed look at all the pressures, the temperatures and flows.
Do you want to do a condition check?
Flight level 100. Outside air temperature is...
It's here.
It's on there.
4.
Hello, Seabird 71 kilo.
What's that one?
Manifold
pressure. 31. What else are we doing?
So these are the CHTs for each of the cylinders. You can see the numbers down the bottom there. Those are the CHTs.
Okay. Right. And then the EGTs are...
The blue ones.
Okay.
The whole point of this is to spot any irregularities, something which became useful on the next leg when we had one super hot cylinder and decreasing engine performance. We declared an emergency and diverted. I'll share that whole scenario with you along with my fulsome and honest debrief in the next episode in a couple of weeks. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, sign up for my newsletter so you don't miss out. If you can't wait for that episode, it is showing now on my Members Club channel over on Patreon. The link to that is on the screen and in the video description. This episode is sponsored by AOPA UK, and AOPA says that it's still unhappy with the CAA over its cardiovascular risk assessment policy for pilots and air traffic controllers. The CAA has been using a mathematical model to work out what risk there is of a pilot or a controller suffering a heart attack or stroke. It's heavily affected by your age, but also things like your postcode and pre-existing medical conditions, which is fair enough. The CAA has just raised the threshold above which pilots on a Class 2 medical, PPLs, would have to undergo special tests that are costly and intrusive. The AOPA welcomes that, but it says it's still going to carry on challenging this policy. It's written to the CAA about this because it says this policy is just flawed. It's not based on evidence or data, and this model was never designed for this purpose. AOPA says that good regulation should be based on demonstrated risk, not create unnecessary cost, complexity, and barriers to participation. If you think this and other issues are important, if this concerns you, then sign up to become a member of AOPA. I'm an AOPA member because I think this is important. They can't do this work without its members. You can get a discount on your membership if you use my special link that's on the screen and in the video description.
Contact Aberdeen Tower on 118.105.
We're closing in on Aberdeen now. I get the weather and then contact the FBO on their discrete frequency just to check where I'm parking today.
1023.
Signature FBO, signature FBO. This is Golf Bravo Mike, India Victor. How do you read?
Golf Bravo Mike, India Victor, go ahead.
Golf Bravo Mike, India Victor, estimate landing time at Aberdeen 17:05, and are we still using apron echo for parking?
That's Aberdeen, and air firm, we will be using echo for parking. You will be marshalled on by Aero.
Okay, I heard apron echo, so we'll have apron echo. Golf India Victor. Right now.
Golf India Victor, my service terminates now. Continue with Aberdeen on 119.055.
Aberdeen 119.055. Golf India Victor. Good day. Aberdeen Tower, Golf Bravo Mike India Victor. Flight level 100. Direct Alpha Delta November. Inbound with Juliet. QNH 1023.
Bravo Mike India Victor, Aberdeen radar information, Juliet con to be vectors, Alice approach runway 34, what service outside, control airspace?
Vectors Alice approach runway 34 and request a traffic service outside, Golf India Victor.
Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, would you have a traffic service? It will be reduced to information on transponding aircraft only. There's no non-traffic effect or descent altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1023.
Traffic service reduced, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1023, Golf India Victor.
Golf India Victor, descent to altitude 5,000 feet.
Descent to altitude 5,000 feet, Golf India Victor.
Golf India Victor, fly heading 360 degrees, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
Fly heading 360 degrees, descent to altitude 4,000 feet, Golf India Victor.
And Golf India Victor, it will remain a radar control service now, descent to altitude 2,500 feet. On the heading, cleared, Alice approach, runway 34.
Descent to altitude 2,500 feet, radar control on the heading, cleared, ILS approach, runway 34, Golf Bravo Mike Victor. Okay, brakes are not pressurised, undercarriage not yet down, mixture's fully rich, engine temperatures and pressures are in the green, direction indicator is aligned, altimeter we're on 1023, we're strapped in, doors locked, landing light on. So we should start intercepting the ILS in a minute. You can see we're only just above the glide slope.
Oh yeah.
Where is it then?
Oh, I was just trying to look for it.
It's over there somewhere.
So, yeah.
Oh, there it is. It's follow that, the yellow rape field there, and then go further on, past the city.
Oh yes, got it.
You see the runway.
Got it.
Golf India Victor, localizer established, ILS, DME, runway 34.
India Victor, Roger, we coming on the tower frequency, 118.105.
Tower 118.105, Golf India Victor. So we'll just let the speed come down, and then we'll get the gear down. Aberdeen Tower, Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, established ILS 34.
Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, Aberdeen Tower, continue approach, runway 34.
Continue approach, runway 34, Golf India Victor. 1 dot above, gear coming down. Got 3 greens now.
Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, runway 34, surface wind 2707, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 34, Golf Bravo Mike India Victor.
500.
Golf India Victor, we're parking on apron Echo with signature.
Golf India Victor, Roger, if you can, it's first on the right, Echo 3. There is a marshal awaiting for you on the Echo apron.
First right, Echo 3, how well for the marshal at Golf India Victor.
So day 1 of the big adventure is over. We've made it to Aberdeen. A really smooth flight up here, as you saw. We now need to go and check the weather. You don't stop when you're doing a trip like this, constantly looking ahead to the next leg, the next day, the next week. So we've got to review the weather for our next leg. So we're going to be going over to the Faroe Islands next, picking up some fuel there, and then onwards to Iceland. All being well, we'll manage that tomorrow, but as I say, need to go and have a look at the weather. So make sure you subscribe to the channel because the next episode comes out in a couple of weeks. I'm starting to slur my words now, I'm quite tired. It's for no other reason. A busy day, but a very thrilling day to finally be underway on our massive adventure. I might just raid the Signature fridge. Don't let Signature know. Bit of spring water. Do you want a bottle of water for tonight?
Oh yes, please.
The Twix.
Oh yeah, go on, why not? Thank you.
See, this is quite restrained. We could have really gone to town, but anyway, this will do for our snacks. Making the most of the comforts. Nice. They've even got an Xbox or something there.
Thank you.